So today, let's talk about signs and synchronicities. Things that just start to show up that are guiding you. Because you decided to become more aware of yourself and you're looking at yourself more closely and more deeply, things outside of you start to show up as signs as to maybe something to do or something to follow or something to stay away from. And synchronistic events happen as well. Things that you couldn't have planned that just happen to line up to help you to get to where you're going or a goal that you had in mind. These can show up in many different ways for many different people. So it's about learning your own way of seeing these things. So like for me, things show up, animals show up for me as signs. Ravens have been in my life a long time, and they're around me quite often. And when I'm creating something new or contemplating going somewhere, ravens will start to show up as if they're affirming for me that yes, you're doing the right thing, or yes, you've just accomplished that, or it's usually a sign of yes, everything's going smoothly. Different animals have shown up at different times. I've had turtles show up, turkey, owl, bobcat, bear, hawks quite often, golden eagle. So they've all shown up at different times, and I've been able to connect to why they've shown up. Or I'll see the animal and I'll say, wow, that turtle is crossing the road in front of me and I have to wait for this turtle. It's significant. It means something to you. So you can go to animal medicine, Native American medicine, and look up the meaning of the turtle. And then, when you do that, you read it and you contemplate what you're reading, and you need to feel what the truth is, because you can get different explanations from different people, sites, or sources, and you just need to feel that that was right for you. So it's always within you. Nothing's outside of you, even though you're consulting an outside source. It needs to feel right within you that that's what it was for. And sometimes you just need to contemplate it. Just just feel it in your body. Why did this animal cross my path? What message does it have for me? And you can ask the animal directly, and start to tune into your telepathic abilities. So animals for me, many of my friends' numbers show up, double, triple, quadruple numbers show up, and some of them have a specific number that show up for them quite often, and it's an affirmation for them as well. And there's sources out there too that you can, every number has a meaning or a value, and you can look at that, but usually it's a feeling associated with seeing that number or seeing that animal. There can be other ways for things to show up for you. You need to be aware. So on synchronicities are things that happen like one thing after another. My move out to Santa Fe, I didn't know I was going to move to Santa Fe, but I knew when I was heading back to Phoenix that I felt like there was nothing I was going back to. Didn't really know why I was heading to Phoenix. But then on the way out there, my car broke down, and I ended up staying in Santa Fe for 2 weeks, waiting to take care of all the issues that came up with my car. But while I was there were different things that were happening that were synchronistic, meeting certain people, going to certain places, just letting me know that this is where I needed to be and this is where I needed to move to, so I made the choice to move. So as you allow your heart to open and guide you more, these things happen and you start to recognize them. And sometimes you don't recognize them right away. It's like afterwards, after the fact, when you look back on an event that just happened in your life, and you go, oh wow, there were the signs. Oh yeah, that was pointing me that way. And I met this person there totally by accident, but really it's not by accident. It's synchronicity. And how does this happen? Synchronicity is your own divine soul guiding you along the way. You can think of it as your future self putting out signs, posts for you to follow, or You can think of it as your angels or your guides guiding you along the way. However you want to look at it, it really comes down to your own direction for your own self. But that's how it works, and it's just being aware and opening to these possibilities of these things showing up. Another way it happens too is what people say to you. Sometimes someone will say something to you and it kind of like clicks with your heart, and you're like, wow, I think that was important. And then later on, you can contemplate what you heard and say, wow, that was important for me. That was a message. That was a message for me. So I often get those too as well. But again, I have a feeling in my body that tells me that was a message. Or I hear it from another person. Again, I might hear it 2 or 3 or 4 more times in a different way from different people. And that was, okay, they're trying to tell me something. My angels are trying to tell me something. My higher self is trying to tell me something that I'm not really wanting to listen to or hear yet. And there it is. So the more you open up to the possibility of all of this, then you start to see how your signs are coming to you, and then they come more easily and more often. But even that waxes and wanes. Life's always on this slope, and you can, you're getting a lot of signs and synchronicities, and all of a sudden nothing, and then you're getting a lot of signs again, and then nothing for a long time. So that's how it moves. That's how it rolls. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Blessings. And please subscribe and share this with your friends. Thank you.